Any more questions, please? Yes. Oh, sorry, Jim.
Yeah, I've got a question for Nick.
Nick the headhunter.
Nick the headhunter, champion. What areas of your game have you been working on to try and defeat your opponent this time? Because you knocked out your first opponent and you gave someone a one triangle the last time. What areas are you looking for this time?
Work in all areas. Spend a lot of time on jiu-jitsu. Roger Gracie at the moment, doing great things there. Love it. Boxing as well, kickboxing. I'm keeping things hidden at the moment. Someone's going to get knocked out quite soon, but so I'm working on this stand-up. But I take each one as it comes. But every single week I train the same disciplines, right across the board.
Is your opponent here?
He's just here.
How you doing? You've seen his fights, I'm assuming. What areas do you find that feel are his weaknesses, and how you can try and exploit them?
Did you watch his last fight with Jake Boswick?
Yes.
Good man.
I don't really look at his weaknesses. I can look at what I can do better. He's a strong bloke, he's a powerful bloke, so I'm going to try and stay away from that. But at the end of the day, yeah, he might be working on his stand-up, but I think it's going to be better. Mine's going to be better. So.
Yes, Steve.
For Ben, obviously title's been vacated and you're fighting for that. Would you have rather fought the current or previous holder, or are you happy with what you've got?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll take every fight as it gets offered. I mean, the question of Neil came up before, but obviously he was in Bellator, and we knew that, you know, if he won Bellator, he was probably going to stay there. He very nearly won it anyway, and I think that's why they decided to keep him. It would have been difficult because Neil's a friend of mine, and we've sparred together, and we've trained together, so it wouldn't have been great. But listen, you know, I'm a professional, and if the fighter can't fight him, I would have took it. But I'm happy with what I've got, and from what I've heard, Irvin definitely comes to fight. He's a tough guy, so should be a good fight tomorrow night.
You must have had a chance to see a lot of tapes on Ben, and obviously he's a regular here the first time. How do you feel coming into a face like the guy
a fight's a fight, isn't it? So I know that he's very strong, and I know that he's very good on the ground, so I don't know, we'll have to see tomorrow. I'll figure it out when I get in the cage. I ain't got a game plan.
Lucky shots.
Yeah, I ain't got my lucky shots either, right?
Any questions for Michelle? Leaving Michelle all alone.
I've got one.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, not if you've got her number. Yes. Yes, young man.
Question.
Yeah. There's a lot that's been made about Vicky's grappling. How are you going to try and stop that, considering you're predominantly a striker?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, sorry. There's a lot that's been made about Vicky's grappling. How are you planning to stop that, considering you're predominantly a striker?
Yeah, I heard Vicky's a very good grappler, very good wrestler. I'm assuming though if she's coming into an MMA fight, her striking's going to be okay as well. So I think she'll probably be a good all-rounder. I'm more of a striker, but let's just see how it goes. I think it'll probably be a bit of a war. She'll probably strike just because she knows I'm going to, but I probably won't avoid her takedown for 15 minutes if it goes that long. So yeah, it'll be good.
Yes, Steve.
Again, for Michelle, obviously a question that a lot of people are going to want to ask. First female fight for Ultimate Challenge. A lot resting on your fight, a lot about the future of female fights. How do you feel about that extra pressure? Have you thought about that extra pressure?
I actually really like the extra pressure, to be honest. I think it makes you work a little bit harder. Every job I've had in the past, I've always worked a little bit better under pressure, so it's all going really good. I think it just makes the whole fight more interesting. Yeah, I'm enjoying the pressure.
Actually, we sent the pages of the Daily Star, was it on Tuesdays or Monday or Tuesday? So that's unbelievable for the first female fight, sent the page spread. So give her a round of applause, well done to her.
Same question to you, Dave, about the first female fight on the card.
Well, unfortunately, I can't do nothing about it. I've just got to put it together. It's for the girls to do it. If I thought they're going pity-patty, I wouldn't put it on. But I know, I've seen Michelle train, and I can't wait for this fight. I think a lot of women that I know, they go, oh, my wife included, that's the fight I want to see tomorrow night. So a lot of the girls really want to see this fight. They really want to know what women MMA is all about. And a lot of the guys will be intrigued tomorrow. If this fight goes well, there'll obviously be a big call for it. And I know we've already talked about contracts, me and Zara, for Michelle already, just because, you know what, we can push this girl and definitely give her a new lease of life so she knows what she's doing next year. Any questions to the Harry Potter of this world, the boxing brutal man? He's fighting the heaviest man in MMA, 171 kilos, bigger than Butterbean, bigger than Bob Sapp. I mean, that's Steve straight away. Any questions to Mark?
Yeah, does size matter? Keep that tablecloth down.
I keep saying to my girlfriend, you know, size don't matter. But no, of course don't matter. Obviously, if he jumps on top of me, then there's going to be a problem, which I'm planning on not doing. But no, everything's gone well. My fitness is fantastic as usual. My hand speed phenomenal. My punch power is incredible. My movement's great. I've been moving around the cage. I'm not going to opt to wrestle with a guy because I'm not brain dead, well, not yet anyway. So yeah, I've got my game plan sorted out, and obviously everyone knows what it's going to be, and I'm going to go through with it. That's about it.
Same kind of question across really to Tom. What does he think about the size difference, and how's that going to help?
Hang on, Tom, I'm coming. Don't hit me.
I just think everything has just been said, because that's exactly going to be my plan. I'm going to keep at least trying to stay away from his hands, because obviously he's a brilliant boxer. Even though I'm a better boxer than wrestler, I'm going to try to end up this fight on the floor, because that's the only way to finish this fight. I'm not brain dead as well. I know exactly what to do. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Yes, sir.
Tom, quickly. Tom, will cardio be an issue for you, considering you're
obviously, if you're 27 story, cardio is an issue. So
I'm not going to argue that now.
How do you propose to remedy that?
I have to finish this fight in the first round, obviously.
Most of Tommy's fights are always 35 seconds or under. Anything after that, it goes a little bit wobbly. But then that's all these big guys are exactly the same, but they go out and they give you a war and a show. And Mark knows the same thing. He's got to weather the storm, but it's a big storm. And oh yes, sir.
I've got a question for John about you obviously fighting Dave. Yeah. The biggest fight in your career. Obviously done well so far, but now you're facing someone who's a step above everyone else. Yeah, how are you feeling about that step up?
Oh, I feel really good. I'm really relaxed. So you know, I know what Dave's capable of and how good he really is. He's been in the UFC and stuff. So, and I'm not really that worried. Really, you know, on the night you just have to show how good I really am. And obviously, taking a fight with Dave is going to prove that. You know, if I don't challenge myself in life, I'm never going to know how good I really am. And I believe Dave's got the tools, you know, up there. So we'll have a good fight.
Any questions to the UFC veteran and still the featherweight champion, Mr. Dave Lee? Jim?
The fact he's on a winning streak, he's on the up, you've seen it all the ups and highs and lows. Like, how do you feel fighting up and coming about these really hungry for success?
Well, Dave just offered me to fight, and I'll just come in and fight. I love fighting. He's an up and comer. You know, we've all been there, and I know he's hungry, but he ain't taking my dinner, so I'm not really bothered. I'm here for a fight, and I think John's going to come and give me that fight, so that's cool. That's what we do.
I will say one thing for Dave. He's exactly the same as John. He's never ever backed down from a fight I've offered him. I've offered him hard guys, whatever the guy. David never said no. So he's one of them guys. Which most of the guys on this table, that's why they're here. They're fighters. They're not just trying to protect their records. They're here to fight. They're here to entertain you. We're also making a big collection tomorrow for Tommy Kelly. Andy Gill will be heading that collection. The guy got injured in the last event. He hasn't worked since. You know, insurances, they're great. They sound great on paper. They don't pay you to, Bob. So it's up to us and to your fans. Please tell Peter to dig generously. We're trying to raise him £1,000 at least, maybe a couple for Christmas for his kids. He hasn't worked for, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, Andy, is that right? Since the last event, it's nearly 6 weeks. So guys, you know, right, well, there you go. So we've got buckets out tomorrow. We are trying to raise some money for the guys. So Tommy Kelly, you know, he's one of our fighters, and anyone who fights us, we try and dig deep and try and help. Us at UCMMA will put our hand in the pocket deep, and let's hope the guys, your fans and our friends will as well. Any other questions for these fighters? Yes, sir.
Question for Ben Smith.
Yes.
The heavyweight division is a tough division. Have you ever considered fighting Doctor?
The doctor. The doctor.
Yeah, I think he came up at one point, I think.
Give him the mic, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Let's get so carried away then. I thought it was karaoke nights.
Yeah, there was talk of fighting him back in June, I think it was, when Kian pulled out again. And I ended up fighting Darren Taylor on that one. So there was a few different names on the table, but it was Darren Taylor was the one that finally got the fight. But yeah, I mean, Doctor, yeah, he's a good opponent. I'm sure at some point in the future that might well come up.
Not from your camp, is he? I know everything, trust me, I know everything. They make the matches here in front of me without even me thinking about it. Guys, all I'll say to you is, again, it's all about you, the fans, you, the fighters that make this happen. We're going to do the face-offs now, so we're going to clear the tables, you're going to come out there, make sure you give the guys a round of applause when they face off. No starting the fights early, guys. I know a few of you got a bit of hatred problems. Keep it nice and mellow. So any more last questions? Any more last questions before we take the floor down? No. Yes?
What happened to Giorgio Andrews fighting Corey Tate?
Giorgio Andrews busted a rib. His rib literally ended up through his cage. It's still got, Michelle, you've seen it. It's pretty, yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty bad as well. It wasn't just a made-up. Sorry? Yeah, it is. This fight is still for the bantamweight title. Luttman's here. Where's Luttman? Put your hand up. He's here somewhere. He ain't jogged on, is he? He's here. Good man, good man. Corey? He's here. These guys we fight, don't you worry, they're right up for it. That's going to be one of the greatest fights tomorrow night as well. Okay, guys, give these guys a round of applause first. Let's go. Let's clear this table.